goat who knew the way. High in the green hills, where the clouds liked to sleep, lived a small goat named Noori. Noori was as white as a fresh daisy and as quiet as a falling leaf. The people of the village loved Noori. They said she was smarter than any map ever drawn. An elder named Silas often brought out his heavy books and paper charts, but Noori would just tilt her head and nibble on a blade of grass. She didn't need ink and paper to know where the mountain ended and the sky began. One afternoon, a young boy named Elian went into the hills to pick the sweetest purple berries. He followed a butterfly deeper and deeper into the brush. Suddenly, the sky turned the color of a bruised plum. A thick, heavy fog rolled down from the peaks, hiding the trees and the paths in a blanket of gray. Back in the village, the lamps were lit, but Elian's chair was empty. His mother, Mara, cried out in worry. Silas gathered the neighbors with their lanterns, but the fog was so thick they couldn't see their own boots. "It's too dangerous," Silas sighed, holding his lantern high. Suddenly, a soft clink-clink echoed through the square. Noori walked up to Silas and gave his sleeve a gentle tug. She didn't bleat or make a fuss. She simply turned toward the dark, misty hills and waited. Silas looked into her steady eyes and felt a sudden spark of hope. "Noori knows," he whispered. "Follow the bell." Noori stepped into the fog. She didn't use a compass or a lantern. She felt the dampness of the moss under her hooves and smelled the scent of the rain-washed stones. She walked with a quiet confidence, her little golden bell ringing out a steady, comforting rhythm for the villagers to follow. They reached the sharp stones, a place where the rocks were jagged and the path was narrow. The wind howled, trying to blow the searchers back, but Noori never wavered. She hopped over a silver stream and waited on the other side, her white coat shining like a beacon in the gloom, until Silas could catch up. Noori stopped near a deep, rocky ledge and let out a long, clear bleat. From beneath the shelf of stone, a small voice called out. There was Elian, shivering and cold, but safe. The journey back was long, but Noori led them home through the shortcut by the whispering pines. Elian walked close to her side, his hand resting on her soft wool. The fog began to lift, and the stars started to peek through the clouds like tiny, cheering fans. The next morning, the sun shone brighter than ever. The villagers didn't look at their maps anymore when they went into the hills. They looked for a flash of white fur. Elian placed a crown of daisies around Noori's neck. She didn't need to say a word to be a hero, she just needed to know the way.
Subscribe, like, and share.